It's time now for the Athlete of the Week here on Mid-Minnesota Sports, and it's presented by Diamond Point and Sauk Center. With us today is Madison Moritz. She's a three-sport athlete for Sauk Center. Hey, congratulations on the basketball season.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is fun, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Review the season a little bit for us, okay? Think way back when New London Spicer beat you the first time. How has the season gone?
After that loss, we kind of figured out that we need to work a little bit harder. And from there, it was just on the up, and we got a lot better from there.
So the second time, this last time you played them, how was it different out there?
Our transition was a lot better. We were a lot more fired up to play. The first time we played, I don't think we were all completely there. And obviously with the section game, there was a lot of intensity, and we were all fired up to go. So that played a major factor, too.
All right. Let's also start out here and tell us about your family, okay? Who's all involved?
My mom, Deb, my dad, Ron, and then my twin brother, Matthew.
All right. I do want to touch on, hope you don't mind, that you having a twin brother, you both play three sports. How has it been growing up together? How competitive have you been? How supportive? Describe that for us, okay?
For the most part, we're probably each other's biggest fan, I would say. It's usually pretty competitive. We'd go outside and play basketball in the driveway and beat up on each other, go outside in the winter and push each other into the snowbanks and stuff like that when you're playing. He's definitely played a major role in how I've turned out to be as an athlete.
You know, you seem to have good support from your family. Can you touch on how supportive your mom and dad have been through the years, and what have they done for you?
My parents are super supportive. There's nobody more supportive than those two, and maybe my brother comes as a close second, but with those two, they always try to point out the positive, and then they always point out the negatives too. But with the positive, I don't know, it's always just, it helps a lot. My parents have always kind of been there for me. My dad, my mom were role models, I guess you could say.
And they've taken you a lot of places, haven't they?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Saturday mornings?
Oh, yeah, they've been there a lot. My mom has been talking about how this is my last week for her to watch me play, and it's been pretty hard on her because it's been her life for the past few years. So. When
did you get going with all your different sports, I suppose, at a very young age?
Yeah, I can remember back to like 3rd grade playing basketball and stuff. I remember you coaching me at Holy Family in 6th grade.
Did you learn anything?
Oh, geez, I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
Just bounce the ball, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and have fun. All right. But as you have gone along now, it's been important to play three sports, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Talk about how it has been in this sense that how do you become a better basketball player by playing volleyball?
Well, I mean, to start with, you're always in shape. You learn how to play the game from other sports too, like to get along with your teammates and stuff like that. That always helps. I don't know, just playing another sport and then transitioning to another isn't necessarily the same, but it definitely helps to, I don't even know how to say it, like.
I would have to say just handling the whole situation in the sense the pressure, thinking on your feet, that sort of thing,
definitely.
right?
And like with playoffs and stuff, you learn to get used to like the nerves and stuff like that.
Because I want to touch more on that. As I watch you play, you don't seem to get rattled, do you?
I do, but I try not to show it.
Because it's important for you not to show it as a captain, right?
Right.
Yeah. Do you sense that from the other girls?
Not so much like with my teammates, but with other teams you can sense it a little bit.
Okay. Because I have seen you play against, I know you are competitive, and especially in basketball. Do you kind of like it sometimes when the other girl or the other team, when they don't like you?
Yeah, I kind of get a kick out of that kind of stuff.
Right. So what goes on up to that point?
I don't know. I kind of like to get in their heads and kind of pick on them a little bit because I know it bothers them, and it doesn't bother me as much as them.
Now, are you doing some talking out there?
No, I usually keep my mouth shut for the most part.
All right, but it's just you're in their face, right?
Yeah.
And they don't like it.
It's kind of like a head game, yeah.
Okay. Does anybody do that to you?
For the most part, no. I haven't really had a problem with that.
Let's touch on, too, with this basketball team this year. Now, say 2 years ago as a sophomore, you got to play at the state. Last year, missed out in overtime, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you use that as motivation coming into this season?
Last year there was a lot of heartbreak, and I definitely didn't want to feel that again. It was probably one of the worst feelings in the world to be that close and then lose in overtime.
And also, as you prepare for a game, what does the coaching staff, and especially Coach Bergman, do with you individually and also for the other girls? How much do you have to study to become a Sauk Centre girls basketball player?
Usually before the game, he tells you who you're going to be guarding, and you have to know a lot about them. He gives you a pretty good scouting report. You know their weaknesses and their strengths, and you know what their team does as well overall.
You're just not going out there to throw the ball out there, right?
Nope.
Yeah, you have to be up here? All right. And are you guys pretty good at that?
Yeah, I think for the most part, when we go through that practice, everybody is mentally there.
All right. How would you describe the style of play that Sauk Centre has developed, not only this year, but through the years, and what do you like about it?
We like to run. We like to get the other teams tired. I remember Mr. Bergman telling me at the beginning of this season that after every practice, we would all be super tired, and I understand why he did that now, so we can get out on teams with our running and stuff like that.
And again, you being a captain, and I'm going to take you back to volleyball sometimes to where, say, Coach Klomphocky, I know for a fact, he kind of pushes you a little bit, right?
Yes.
Okay. But why is he doing that to you?
Because I'm a captain and I'm supposed to lead.
Okay. And say a little bit more about that. How do you lead then, and how do the other girls react to that?
Usually when he would yell at me, or not necessarily yell, but get on my case, I would, I don't know, kind of brush it off my shoulder and try to learn from it instead of getting all upset, and then hope that the other girls would follow my shoes. Right.
And do you feel that kind of works? I realize sometimes you may not like it as an athlete that the coach is on you, but again, I think he's doing it for a reason, right?
He always told me he wanted the other girls to follow me and that they would, which surprised me at first, but I kind of understand now.
You know, you've been playing for a long time, Madison. Can you think back to some of the special moments or any memories that come to your mind right away?
Well, in 9th grade, I got to go to the state tournament when we went and played for the championship game in basketball, and that was super exciting, even though I didn't get to dress. And then obviously going as a sophomore the next year and getting to play a little bit was probably one of the best memories I'll ever have.
All right. You know, you also play softball, too. I've been hearing a rumor that are you considering doing some catching?
Oh, geez. I don't know. TJ, I think he wants me to, but I haven't done that in like 3 or 4 years, so that might not be his best idea.
All right. Well, you got the arm for it, though, don't you?
Yeah, I have a cannon.
You do? Okay. What kind of future plans are in the mix here for you?
I am going to be going to the University of Minnesota Duluth with my brother, and I'm going to major in criminal justice.
All right. How did you decide on going up to UMD?
My brother kind of always wanted to go up there, and then when I went up there with him, I noticed how beautiful the city is, which is, it's very obvious that it is, and the campus is close-knit, and it's kind of nice, too.
All right. You know, you have a ton of relatives, don't you?
Yep.
And they watch you a lot. They like to talk, too, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do they say to you, and how do you handle that?
For the most part, they just pick on me and give me a hard time. And they always say that, I don't know, sometimes they like to say that Matthew's better or just pick on me for the most part.
But that's what the Moritzes do.
Yeah, that's what they're good at.
Yeah, but I know you can handle it and you give it back. I'll say this in summary, as I watch you play, and I think even with your relatives too, they always have that kind of smile on their face because they respect what you do and they just like to kind of give you a hard time, but they know what you have accomplished. And so I look at it this way. I think you and your brother, even though he's not here, you are a Sauk Centre Main Streeter.
I am.
Yes, you are.
That's for sure.
And I think you can be very proud of that.
I am.
All right. So congratulations on everything that you've done. It's been just fun to watch you play, and good luck at the state tournament too, okay?
Thanks, Mark.
All right. That's Madison Moritz, who is our Athlete of the Week, and it's presented by Diamond Point in Sauk Centre.